With the insertion of data into the students table is done, we can make our function more robust and reliable by adding a try except block. This will enable us to handle any kind of exception that may rise when we try to insert data into the table. So let's put our code inside the try block, and we will handle the exception using an except block. The except block will print this message when an exception occurs. In the connection module, when we defined the get connection method, there also we handled some exception if an exception occurs during the connection process. So we can move this get connection method also inside the try block. So let us put it here. You have also learned that it's a good practice to close any of the resources within the finally block. Here we are closing the connection within the try block, but instead we can close this using a finally block. So let us add a finally block and then close the connection there. So let me remove it from here. This connection object is declared within the try block and it is local to the try block. So if we run this program, it will now give an error with this statement saying that the connection object is not visible in the finally block. So to overcome this issue, we have to declare this connection object as a global variable to this function. So let us move this outside the try block and initialize it with none. So now the connection object becomes a global variable. It is visible within the try block as well as within the finally block. The cursor object is also a resource and it's good to close that also. So we will declare cur equals none. Then we will create a cursor object here. And here we can modify this as cursor.executeMany. And finally, we can close this. So now we have got a robust function that will insert records into the students table and also will handle any kind of exception. Now that we are done with the student data, next we will populate data into the courses and instructors table. These records are essential for our learning management system, and we will use Python and PsychoPG to handle the data insertion. Like before, we will use the execute many method for bulk insertion as we did with the students table. We can copy this insert students method and modify it to insert the courses and instructors. So let's change the name to insert courses and we will pass the course list as the parameter. We have to modify this insert statement. This time we need to insert into the courses table. This courses table has got 5 fields: the course ID, title, description, start date and end date. The course ID is an auto-generated value, so we don't need to insert it. So we will insert values to the rest of the fields: title, description, start date and end date. And we have to have 4 placeholders here. And the values are fetched from the course list. Let's look into the courses list. And we have 3 courses, each one of them having 4 values: the course title, the course description, the start date and the end date. Let's run this function and then call it by passing the courses list. And it got inserted. Now let's go to the PG admin and verify whether the records are inserted into the courses table. So let's run the command. Select star from courses and run it. And we can see the 3 courses inserted. We will follow the same process for the instructors table also. Let's copy this method, paste it, and modify this to insert instructors and change this to instructor list. The insert statement will become insert into instructors, and it has got 2 fields to be inserted: name and email. And here we have to have 2 placeholders, and this should become instructor list. We'll just add one print statement here to say the records inserted successfully. So let's run this function and then call this function by passing the instructors list. And we got the message records inserted successfully. Let's go to the PG admin and verify this. So let's say select star from instructors, run it, and we got 3 instructor records inserted. In this lecture, we have successfully inserted data into the courses and instructors table using the Python and PsychoPG library. We created a structured list of data, used the execute many method for efficient bulk insertion, and handled exceptions to make our function robust. Most importantly, we continue to build our LMS system step by step. Now our database is getting richer and more meaningful. With our tables populated, our next step is to learn how to read these data from the table using the Python program. Let's check it out in the next lecture. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I would love to hear from you, your thought on this tutorial. Please leave your comments at the bottom. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching and see you again soon.